Hi guys, it's Kendra. How are you? I wanted to share with you another home remedy that I'm making. And this is really, really simple. You either need 2 ingredients or 3 ingredients, depending on how you want to do it. And really fun, you can add in essential oils, which spice it up scent-wise, what it actually does for you, and the healing properties, and fun stuff. Also can really help on the emotional level too. So it's like a 3-for-1 with the oils. But just a little bit about this, what I'm making. So it's a face scrub. It's got honey, it's got sugar, which is the base, and then you can add in olive oil as well. I've only recently started doing this. It's depending on how much you add, if you might need some extra soap to get the oil off, unless you are happy to leave that on your face and kind of evaporate and sink in. But the cool thing is that when you get the balance right, it comes off with warm water just enough, but it leaves also just enough to kind of moisturize your face afterwards, and you don't need moisturizer, which is awesome, right? So honey, sugar, olive oil. So I am using Manuka honey, which you can see, or maybe you can't, Manuka. The cool thing about Manuka is that it has lots of natural antibacterial properties in it. So unlike sort of regular honey that you might get, which is probably really low on the antibacterial, this one particularly is 10 plus. So it's just the right amount to have the healing properties, which is great because bacteria on our face, that's how we get spots and all that kind of stuff. So I use Manuka. I just take a little teaspoon. I don't measure it out exact. I make enough to last me about a week to 10 days. So I only take sort of like 1 teaspoon of it here. And then adding in the sugar part is for the scrub. So depending on how sensitive your skin is, how much you like a scrub versus not, I like the scrub because I've got oily skin. So I need something to kind of like get it off, like get it out of my pores and everything. So I use about maybe a quarter of the amount of sugar to honey. So, whoops, I just blasted a chunk of sugar all over me. So yeah, just depending on the graininess of the sugar, you're going to have to really play around with this and see what works for you. And just like anything with cooking, if try less, and if it's not scrubby enough, add more. But if you add too much more, you can just add more honey and balance it out. So there's no right or wrong here. Just play with it until it works for you. So yeah, basically you just put that amount in. In terms of the olive oil, I just added about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of olive oil. And again, you can add more or less, just the ingredients to get the right amount for yourself. I actually have it on my face right now. I like to leave it on as a mask. And as you can see, it's kind of gets a bit sticky and like, it's really cool. I don't know, I like playing with that. And I don't know if it really does, but I imagine I'm like pulling all the gook out of my pores when I'm doing this. Who knows? So I've been doing this for a long time. My sister-in-law told me about it before my wedding. It's a natural scrub for my back and my face leading up to the wedding. And I love the way it feels when you wash it off. It just feels like so smooth and so fresh, just like no icky residue or anything on it. And it also really helped me. A couple years ago, we were traveling and I was camping loads and not really washing my face as much. And I got lots of little, tiny little blackheads, like all in here that I couldn't get. Nothing would help me get them out. And I was using this scrub and using that on a regular basis, and it took everything to the surface, so I was able to kind of purify. I won't get too gross into details, but you can imagine what I was doing there. So then recently, an extra bonus, added in some essential oils, which really ups the game. So there's so many oils that are good for your skin. So do some research, look around, see what goals and intention you want for your face, and then you can pick and choose based on that. I recently used some cypress and also some lemon, which, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend lemon if you live in a sunny environment. I can get away with it in Wales because it's not sunny even in the summer, and so the sun exposure is really low. But if you live in a high sun exposure place, the sun actually, it does the opposite of good stuff, and it can burn your skin. So don't use lemon or any citrus if you live in a sunny environment. I tried it because it is good for oily skin, so maybe in the winter it might be a good option. But the cypress is good just for kind of invigorating. I don't know, I thought I'd try that. I love the smell of it, so I'm going to continue to use that. So today's blend, I've added in some cypress. I've added in some frankincense, which is really good for cellular regrowth, as well as it's like good for anti-aging and any sunspots that you have. which I do get freckles, and I have damaged my skin in the past in the sun, so I'm going to start using frankincense more regularly. Um, Tea tree, melaleuca, awesome, great antibacterial. So this is great for spots. My cousin actually told me when her son gets spots, she just puts straight tea tree onto the spot, and in a day or two, it's gone. So a miracle worker there. And then lavender is really great for your skin too. Similar to frankincense, lots of just cellular healing things. It also smells really nice. It's great for burns. So I'm going to use that to kind of make it a little bit more feminine, and counteract the tea tree, frankincense, and cypress that I've got going in there. So it does smell good. And here's the really, really, really cool thing, right? This is a 3-for-1. So these oils, they also have emotional healing properties to them. And there's mantras that I've been using recently that go with the oils. So for instance, cypress helps me move through blocks in the day, right? So if I'm feeling like energetically blocked or I have to face some fear, helps me with that. And I just tell myself, I effortlessly move through blocks. Frankincense is the oil of truth, right? So it grounds my soul in truth. Definitely need some of that. Tea tree, really good for boundary work, right? So boundaries is the thing that I've been working on lots recently, and it really keeps me grounded. This idea that I'm free to be me, and I choose what works for me. And so tea tree in there, imagine having that in your face, having your healthy boundary coming out from your face, right? Like as you face the world. Love that idea. And then lavender with communication, right? So that I'm easily in, of course I picked this up and I can't communicate, ironic, but clearly I need some of this. But it's the idea that I'm easily heard by those who love and who are around me. So I'm really excited to start using these on my face with a bit more intention, that as I'm putting this on my face, it's not just about the smell, it's not just about how they're going to help my skin, but it really also sinks in the emotional healing that I'm working through for myself at this moment in time, just like a little extra boost. So I don't know, we'll see what happens there. It could all just be woo-woo, but I kind of think it does work because I know I've been using these with some meditation and some journaling recently, so why not put them on my face, right? So anyway, there you have it. Start with the basics. If you don't even have oils in your house yet, don't worry. The honey and the sugar and the olive oil, that's a great place to start. If you do have oils, play around with what works for you. And if you want to know more about the emotional healing side, then tag me, tag Liberty. There's a class going on soon that Melanie's having, so you can find out more there too. And who knows, your life could just open up just by washing your face more often. Who knows? All right, have fun, guys.